So I'm here with Ash, a ambassador for Crisis. Hey Ash, how you doing?
Steve, thank you.
Why don't you just introduce yourself, a little bit of background?
My name's Ash. I'm from Sheffield. I've lived experience of homelessness, substance abuse, addiction, and then recovery, redemption. Crisis helped me with the homelessness side of things. And I like to, spread the word, tell other people that what good work Crisis do, and that recovery and change is possible.
Okay. And what happened? How did it kind of start, and then what was the turning point for you?
On which bit?
In homelessness, in terms of homelessness, yeah.
To be honest, I'd been sofa surfing for a while, and I were almost kind of used to living insecurely, moving from one place to another. I didn't like it.
Yeah. How old were you at that time?
To be honest, I'd say from the age of 19, 20, up until, I don't know, 26, 27. Mm-hmm. So a few years of living insecurely. But, my life got unmanageable. Substance abuse, that always came first. Alcohol, drugs. I was constantly in hospital. Like I spoke about earlier on, the head injury. Spent 6 days in a coma. And that still taught me nothing. That still taught me nothing, and I still wanted, when I got after the coma, the first thing I did as soon as I got discharged from hospital was straight back to the pub. It weren't until I re-evaluated everything. I spoke to a friend who'd worked with Crisis, who Crisis had helped him, and I knew my friend weren't blowing smoke. I trusted him because he's been there, and I'm like, I'll give him a try. And Crisis helped me, as well as helping me out of homelessness. They didn't just say, here's the keys, get on with it. Through volunteering and being around these positive people, Crisis helped me to realise I had more to offer than sardonic cynicism and sarcasm. And that's all I thought I had previously.
Fantastic. And so what was your journey? You went to a Skylight Centre?
Yeah, well, in South Yorkshire, it's like an outreach. Okay. So rather than have a centre, they usually have different venues. They'll come out, visit you, where's suitable. So initially I was meeting the housing coach in the City Library in Sheffield, and then the Renting Ready course was held like an emergency housing thing where council used to send, if you went to present yourself as homeless as council, there was like a place in town, that's where they'd usually house people. I was still sofa surfing, but I was attending the course there. So in South Yorkshire, it's all outreach, but the venues are always appropriate and nice.
So what is the Renting Ready course for people that don't know?
So the Renting Ready course, if you've lived for a long time, imagine if you've never had to think about paying bills, direct debits, if you've just spent all the money you've got in your pocket straight away on drink and drugs, you've never had to think about anything else, and you know that when you get kicked out of this place, you can move on somewhere else. Renting Ready taught me how to. I had no idea what I was going into. I was scared at first when I had the thought of getting a property and being sensible and being in recovery. But I don't know what to do. Renting Ready taught me about my rights as a tenant. They taught me how to manage direct debits, what to be careful of, such as hire purchase, all these payday loans, stay away from them, bad news. They teach you a lot. Basically, to a lot of people it might sound basic stuff, but if you've never ever had to think about, if that's never been a priority, you don't know what to do. And so it equips you to deal with living in a tenancy and being responsible.
And what would you say to any landlord that maybe hasn't rented to people that are coming from a similar situation but maybe thinking about it?
I'd say I could 100%, like I said earlier, I could 100% understand their reservations. But when you have people that have got to a point where they have decided, I am changed, there's, if whether you're in recovery or you're recovering from mental health issues or substance abuse or you've criminal history, you get to a point where enough is enough. And you mean it. Now, I can understand reservations, but sometimes all people need is a chance. And sometimes they'll give somebody a chance and you'll get a feeling that you can't buy. You'll see somebody do something, and you'll see somebody do you proud, and you'll think to yourself, I am so glad I gave that person a chance.
Fantastic. It's an inspirational story, Ash. So thank you for sharing that. Really, really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you very much indeed.